Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. We're here today with a Sauer 404 Silence. This is a fantastic new addition to the Sauer range, incorporating a full moderator into the 404 rifle, which due to its build style has complete modularity of the stock system, barrel system and bolt face cartridge alignment. So the major part of the 404 is of course the silence barrel and moderator. This moderator is slightly stress fit, screws on in place, and it will slot off, and that shows you a small 16.5-inch barrel. You do lose some velocity for this, but the benefits and upsides are the fact the handling of the gun is superb, and with that full moderator fitted, you're actually left with an overall length of rifle akin to a 24-inch barrel before it's even got the moderator added. Place that back on, it'll hold zero. It's great because I've been taking the moderator off to clean it. I don't like cleaning through baffles and leaving patches and things inside, so that's been a cracking return to zero. The bolt release is here just behind the trigger. Push that up and the bolt will come out. Now you can see there's a slot on the side here, and the bolt head is removable, so you can change between small case, large case and magnum cases. Makes a great safety feature because you pop that in your pocket or somewhere even safer, hopefully zipped up, and the gun cannot be used with that. You can change all sorts of caliber options using this system, and back it goes in. One of the big advantages of the 404 is you've got a quick release mounting system. It's quite similar to the Blaser R8 system in a way. But flip those off and the scope comes away. It's machined into the action, and it's a proprietary Sauer system, so you do have to buy their mounts. But that will go back on there, turn to tighten it, clip back in position, and return to zero is assured. I've actually tested it and it's spot on. Published velocities were 2,820 feet per second for the Federal and 2,600 for the Hornady. The results from the Silence itself were 2,515 feet per second for the Federal and 2,389 for the Hornady. It's no great surprise, it is a short barrel, at least 5 to 6 inches short than most hunting rifles. The point is, the handling characteristics and the silence itself give you a gun that shoots like a moderated rifle, and if you're not pushing the distances, who needs the ultimate velocity and energy from the rifle? The Federal ammunition shot the best with a sub 15mm 3-round group at 100 metres. Hornady's 178 managed 25mm at the same distance, so both beat the minute of angle guarantee. Importantly, I shot quite a few types of ammunition through the rifle. I didn't get to test them all in detail in the time I had, but what mattered most to me was the fact that when the barrel was hot, accuracy did not diminish. With the Allen key tool removed from the forend, you can adjust the trigger between 4 weight settings. These are specified by Sauer from 550 to 1250 grams, but my test rifle actually weighed in at 435, 598, 780 and 1102 grams respectively. Trigger pulls at all 4 of those were very crisp, but I must admit I preferred stage 3 or 4. And in the winter, with gloves on, I think I might want to go a little bit heavier even than stage 4. But it's certainly predictable and happy to use with great accuracy on target. One great element is that even if your magazine's empty, you can drop a single round in, close the bolt, and it will load perfectly. Ejection, as you can see, is quite positive. The bolt itself has 2 plunges, so it directs it nicely through this ejection port here. There's certainly no jamming. The magazine holds 3 rounds. You can still have one in the barrel, of course. Clips in from the bottom, click. Now, The release button is at the front there, but if you flick that forwards, it actually locks the magazine in position. So we'll leave it back for the moment. The bolt has a decocker on it, which is better than a normal safety. Now that's now decocked, so I can close that and load the rifle, but it will not fire unless I cock the action. If I want to open the gun, it will open when the action is cocked, but it will not open when it's decocked unless I do a half press and I can safely unload. But while it's ready, let's take a shot. The tool in the quick release swivel of the Sauer's forend just clips out of the rifle. Fold it open, insert it into the stock just ahead of the action and give it a quarter turn anti-clockwise. This unlocks the forend, and the forend will then just slide off the gun. Underneath the forend you'll see the trigger adjustments at the back, but at the front there's the whole barrel change facility with 3 sequential numbered Allen bolts to slacken off, and then the whole barrel will just draw straight out the front of the action. The barrel has a keyway so it can't be out of rotation in the action and head spaces correctly. The bolt lugs lock into the barrel, so there's no problem with the action actually bearing pressure. The lasting character of the rifle in my head is the fact that with the way the silencer is mounted and the way the weight is distributed along the length of the barrel, the rifle handles far more speedily and intuitively, and it doesn't have that wand-like feel. Under recoil you also don't feel to get the whippiness from the barrel, and although the barrel itself is slightly pre-stressed I think when tensioning the moderator on, it nips on and off in easy system, and you don't have any problems with return to zero if you do have to remove the moderator. The ergonomic layout of the Ergo Max stock is superb, and this one is in grade 5 walnut. I have to admit I've shot synthetic versions of these rifles, and the grade 5 walnut timber, or in fact any walnut timber with a straight grain, does give what is in my opinion the smoothest recoil feel of any rifle being shot. Length of pull is ideal for me at 360mm, which is 14¼ inches. There is a 15mm recoil pad fitted, and you can always add spacers or have the stock shortened if you need to.